ISAGI was off the pitch somewhere, and now it was Kira and Nagi facing off. Free kick, a robotic speaker said since Henri was elsewhere. Alright, in positions everyone, Kira exclaimed. The real game starts here. Kira whips in the ball from the middle of the pitch, over all the heads looking out for Bachira, but suddenly Zantetsu suddenly intercepts in with his burst of acceleration. Again, him and Rio are off the charts with their chemistry, but Kira could finally see everything, and all the plays were flowing through his head as he found the key to breaking their play. With calculations and predictions, Kira intercepted the ball this time and dashed up the pitch. Should he scout for Bachira again? No, they predict that once again. Kunigami perhaps? But was he capable of seeing Kira's image? He had to see. He tapped it to the right to Kunigami and dashed around the right back, expecting a pass back. Kunigami was about to shoot, but a sweat ran down his face. He saw what Kira wanted as he dashed down the left wing, so he tapped it right back. But what was he supposed to do now? Give it back to them? Bachira was constantly marked and they had caught onto Kunigami already. Dribbled. Kira ran into the box himself and was now at the edge. It was a sticky angle, but he wasn't going to back down now. If anything, Baro had taught him one lesson. Take the shot like the world was hunting you down. And so he swung for the ball and it curved into the top right corner. The team thought they had scored, but ISAGI chuckled in the corner. National prodigy versus genius. The genius isn't letting that slide. Nagi leapt from the floor and bicycle kicked it from the air out into the midfield, where Zantetsu collected it. He soared like a rocket as he approached Chigiri. Chigiri! Kira exclaimed as a sweat ran down his face, but Zantetsu sprinted past him at insane speed and lobbed the ball into the box. He hasn't done anything in these past few games, Kunigami exclaimed as he ran back down to the defensive line. Raichi ran into the box and clashed with Reo as he scrambled for the ball. Getting a foot on it, he booted it away, back into the centre. Naruhaya! Bachira said to his right when he got the pass. This is getting fun, he chuckled. End-to-end football, this is what I like. He dribbled like the ball was glued to his feet and rouletted one player, shocking the whole pitch. The monster came out of his soul. One player, he flew into Reo with a smile of excitement. One-on-one. His footwork was immaculate and his skill was unbelievable as he tricked Reo with numerous stepovers. Reo was down. Then another, Zantetsu. He lifted the ball and glued it to his feet. He directed Zantetsu's eyes one way and suddenly dashed the other. Zantetsu was left in the smoke. I can do anything now, Bachira exclaimed as he dribbled through two players as he was rearing in closer to the goal. But a shiver ran down his spine as he sensed a monster before him. He looked back up and saw the infamous Nagi slide in and cover the front with his overarching body. Nagi was significantly taller than Bachira. He had gotten past three players, but could he finish off the squad with the fourth? He smiled nervously as a sweat dripped down his forehead. My oh my, your monster is certainly scary. It's not the worst, but its potential is as big as your shadow. He darted his eyes around for the options and rebounded it to Kunigami, who shot the ball on first touch. The shot was like a bullet and it flew into the goal immediately. It was so hard that it shook the goal post and the goalie didn't even bother saving it. Let's go, Kunigami exclaimed with his fist closed. They're fired up, huh? Zantetsu said. Let's burn them alive then, Nagi said with a flare spark out of his eye. Kira walked over to Chigiri. Chigiri, I don't know what's been going on with you, but you have showed nothing these past few games. You won't tell us your weapon, and now your lazy ass won't do anything. Tell me, what have you done in these past few games? Shut up, Chigiri said. It's not like I'm not trying, Chigiri spat back. Not trying? I'm sorry, but that's what you call trying? I let you be for the past few matches, but now I can't let it slide, Kunigami button. I agree, this is getting annoying. What do you mean you're trying? What kind of trying is this? Kira said. Be quiet. Why are you guys even so serious when we don't even need to win this game? Who cares? We've won all the others, so we're through already, Chigiri said, and Kira clenched his fist. What did you just say? Kira said. So is that all football is to you? You don't even care about losing? You don't care about being at the top? Chigiri, if you're going to continue being like this, I hope you get kicked out of Blue Lock soon. But if not, then show me what you're made of. Kira waved him off as he pointed to everyone's positions. Let's go, Nagi, he said, facing off with him in the middle. Nagi passed the ball to Reo as Nagi ran immediately through the defense line. Watch the ball, Kira exclaimed. It flew over everyone's head, aiming for Nagi, but Lemon came out of the goal and punched it away. It flew outside the box where Zantetsu picked it up and used his quick burst of speed to run past everyone. Zantetsu had cracked the weak points and realized Chigiri was now the weak link. It was time to take advantage of this, and like a supersonic, he blitzed past Chigiri. Kira had just realized that now. Zantetsu isn't fast. He just has a burst of acceleration. Shit, Chigiri said when he saw Zantetsu run past. Shit, he exclaimed in his head. The world was moving in slow motion. He looked at the faces of Kunigami, Gagamaru, Kira, and even Naruhaya gritting their teeth as they ran to protect the goal. An engine pumped inside of him. That engine roared for him to play football, but his body just didn't want to act. He looked at his angle from the corner of his eye and remembered what happened so many years ago. The injury that destroyed his legs and broke his speed. Kira watched Zantetsu blitz into the box as he calculated the outcomes. Shit, we just need someone with real speed. Chigiri watched all the fleeting moments pass by. He remembered what Kira said. Is that all football is to you? You don't care about losing? Chigiri bit his lips. Of course not, you idiot. Football is about breaking records. Football is about destroying everything in your way and winning every single game. Football is a fight for the world's best player. Chigiri grunted as he tried to run after Zantetsu, but for some reason, he fell. Zantetsu had his eyes glued on goal and fired like a bullet. Another goal and Team V were back on top, and this time, Nagi barely had a part in it. Both teams were just getting fired up. As Kira walked past Chigiri, who laid on the floor with his face to the ground, he muttered something. Is an injury really gonna end your football? You tried, but it's clearly not enough, Chigiri. Get up and show us your speed. Chigiri punched the ground and held his teeth together as he gave a deathly stare to the opposing goal. We're not letting them score another, guys. We're winning this one, Kira said as he passed the ball to Kinagami. The play went back and forth, end-to-end football at its finest. Anri was now in the main room with ego as she stared at the monitor of Team Z versus Team V. Aren't you supposed to be monitoring the other games? He said while eating ramen. She stuttered, but ego let it slide. It's alright. I know how exciting this game is. Even I am quite invested. With ISAGI off the pitch, a balance might have been restored. Ryo and Zantetsu were trying to go through with their link-up play, but it seemed that Team Z were watching up their tactics. So, they just had to change plans. Nagi was being heavily marked by at least 2 players, and the rest had been pressuring the front 3. Kira had caught on to all the tactics flowing around him, and was breaking off their chemistry. They had to switch up, and Zantetsu held the ball and scouted for Ryo. Ryo screamed for a pass as he drifted into Nagi's positions and took everyone's attention, all except Kira, who saw through the misdirection when Nagi ran to the left wing behind Chigiri. Zantetsu passed it down the line and Nagi quickly backheeled it back to Zantetsu. Chigiri! Kira exclaimed as he saw the whole play unfold. He fell to the ground as he twisted his foot around to catch up to Zantetsu. It was like he was ready to fall every time he attempted to run. I can see it! Kira grunted. They're going to score! Come on, Chigiri, save us from this goal! He held his knee as he watched the inevitable fate draw nearer, but he was frustrated at himself. He was the only one that could do anything, yet he did nothing. Fuck my legs. If it tears, then so be it. Steam sizzled out of his mouth as he pressed his foot onto the floor. The chains of his legs shattered as he dashed forward. It's me. I will break all the records. I will keep winning. It's me, the best player in the world. Can I make it? Yes, I fucking can. And from out of nowhere, he took the ball off Zantetsu. It was now Chigiri's turn to run through a squad. They said he hadn't shown something in these past 4 games. So then he'd show them now how to rip through an entire team. He was running like a bullet and the whole team was screaming at each other to stop him. But he still kept going. He could see the goal on sight as 2 defenders drift towards him. And so he kicks the ball so far ahead of both of them. And from out of nowhere, he zips past both of them with insane pace. He ran like a sound wave. One of the defenders put a foot in front of him for a tackle, but he eloquently leapt over it and it continued to dash through. Now, it's just the keeper. Stop here! One of the defenders exclaimed. If I miss this shot or if my legs break on me, then I'll quit playing football. But if I can get this goal and my legs have not broken yet, then I once again can live that dream. The ball tipped over the goalie's head as he tapped it with his toe. Once again, in order to become the #1 player, I need to play football. He screamed from the bottom of his lungs as he held both of his fists when he jumped. Behold, this is Chigiri Hyouma. It's been a long time since I've done an outro like this, but you know how the game goes. Make sure to subscribe, all that stuff. Show me support so I can continue the series. And quick shout out to my Patreon. Go support me on Patreon, TFA Productions. It will be in the link in the description. Private Discord, early access, one-on-one talks, voice chats, everything. Join the Patreon. And yeah, help support this. And sooner or later, I will release the Classroom of the Elite YF. So yeah, show me support. You know how the game goes. Fucking subscribe, do all that shit. And yeah, I don't even know what else to say. But yeah, love guys.